Colonel on good day. I serve as the superintendent of the Charles Young Buffalo Soldiers National Monument. Colonel Young was the first African-American colonel in the United States Army, and he served from 1889 until 1922. The museum is located in Wilberforce, Ohio. It is the Charles Young Buffalo Soldiers National Monument. It is the historic home of Colonel Charles Young, as well as 59.64 acres of the land that he owned. When you get there, you'll be able to see some of our new developing walking trails. Also, you'll be able to get into the side of the home and get a tour of the downstairs area. Colonel Young was born in slavery in Mays Lake, Kentucky, but he grew up in Ripley, Ohio. He attended the United States Military Academy at West Point. Upon graduation in 1889, he went on to serve with the Buffalo Soldiers, African-American soldiers who served from 1866 up until 1952. Now, the Buffalo Soldiers came along right after the Civil War, and they served in segregated units, oftentimes with white officers over top of them. Colonel Charles Young was the first African-American to control and command a Buffalo Soldier unit. He rose throughout the ranks by serving overseas and also stateside, and he was able to show his command for troops and also for his natural leadership ability. He was someone that, whether he was on the field of battle or at home, he was often seen as a leader. He was always someone that could help people that were going through any issue that they were facing. Many of the African Americans who were under Colonel Young during the time frame of World War I went on to become leaders during World War II. Benjamin O. Davis Sr., who became the very first African American one-star general, served under Colonel Young, and actually Colonel Young mentored him. Benjamin O. Davis Sr.'s son was Benjamin O. Davis Jr., who was the commander of the Tuskegee Airmen. So all this stuff builds on top of each other. Colonel Young's legacy and the work that he did still continues today. Many people in the Army that have achieved high ranks always point back to Colonel Young. He lived in a time frame of segregation. He lived in a time frame where he had to find a way to navigate the world he lived in. One of my favorite stories of him is his time at West Point, where people wouldn't speak to him. He was given a silent treatment for the many years for the years that he was there. And if people who spoke English wouldn't speak to him, he found people who spoke French and German that would speak to him, which are the French cook and the German maid. So he made, as they say, lemonade out of lemons. A lot of folks know about Colonel Young from his famous ride from Wilberforce to Washington, D.C. in 1918, where he rode up to about 30 to 40 miles a day on a horse. He was still able to make that journey in 16 days. He did that so he can get placed back into the United States Army. He loved the Army. And when he was placed back in 1918, towards the end, he went on to serve and train troops at Camp Grant, Illinois, before being sent overseas to serve as a military attaché to Liberia. That's where he passed away in 1922. Colonel Young's legacy is one of overcoming obstacles at any moment, at any time. Not letting things that would normally stop you hold you back. He found ways to make the best out of any situation, and that's something that I think many folks can learn from and do to this very day. When you look at his pictures, how he signed them represented the way how he viewed his work and the legacy that he will leave. When he signed things during times of peace, he signed it for race and country, because during peacetime, the work that he was doing would benefit his race and his country. During times of war, he signed things for country and race, because the work that he was doing during times of war would benefit the country, which in turn would benefit his race. These guys did things that were outside the box. And if they could do things outside the box back then, imagine what we all can accomplish and achieve today.